And we're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the YouTube Saints. It's the most shrimp-pilled trademark show on the entire internet. I am Wizard of Course, and as always, my co-host in grime, Jeffrey Holiday.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Is everybody feeling fucking pumped tonight? Is this some badass music by TeknoAxe? Holy shit.
Yeah, TeknoAxe has really been bringing the fire, and this is and if any of you guys too, and I want to encourage this, if you've got channels, you want good music to use on your channel, go check out TeknoAxe. I've been using dude's shit for years. He's a really cool dude, and everything he does is royalty free. He just wants you to enjoy what he does, and it's very good, so go out and enjoy it. As usual, yeah, I'm Wizard of Cause. Jeff Holiday's here. We've got a show for you, apparently. Came together last minute. We even had fewer last minutes this time, so it was the lastest of last minutes.
That's actually true. That's actually very true. Because
to be good.
Last week, we were last minute, but the last minute was not as last minute as this last minute, but there was like 5 times more shit to do.
Yeah, it was the last before the last minute.
Right.
It was kind of last, but it was last before the last. It wasn't the full last. It was kind of the kind of last before the last. And this one, all of the minutes we had at our disposal were used. And if there's one thing we've learned, it's that the more effort we put into this show, and Edendro, you're gonna love this. More effort we put into this show, the worse the episodes are. So for this episode, it's an effort-free show, my dudes. Let's see what we get into. So let's start by jumping into the news, and none of this is going to surprise any of you.
Oh, of course not. Of course not. So it seems that there's some shenanigans. Maybe there's some goings on happening over in Virginia. Let's see. Let's see how this. Let's see how these peaceful rallies are going.
Very sad. Low energy rallies, very sad.
Well, everybody's having a good time. They're all rallying. They're trying to exercise their freedom of speech. You know, it's going really good. It's you know, we're having a good time. We're having a good time. It's pretty great. Whose streets? Our streets. Yes, our streets. Damn right, our streets. Holy fucking shit nuggets! Let's not leave it paused on the person's finger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some shit went down yesterday.
You might have heard of it. The Unite the Right rally decided it was going to kick off with a bunch of alt-right tards, and that naturally brought out Antifa and every progressive activist you can think of, and then apparently some cunt thought driving his car through them was the right answer. Now, I'll be honest, this is the kind of thing when Black Lives Matter blocks up a major, interstate, and they do so in this brilliant fashion where they run out on the highway like, it's okay, y'all, there ain't much traffic. It's safe to blockade the highway because people totally don't drive 80, 90 miles an hour there. Like, no. It's one of these things. The things you want to happen never happen when you want them to happen. Not that I want anyone to get hit by a car. No. But, I mean, there was one killed, as far as I'm aware. One, yeah?
32-year-old woman, yeah.
Yeah, one 32-year-old woman killed. And she wasn't even, as far as I could tell, like a straight-up Antifa. She was just a liberal chick who was, like, upset and wanted to go out and protest this shit. Absolutely. And then this challenger of peace hurtles out of nowhere, and not challenger, charger. Sorry, charger.
No, it was a challenger. It was a challenger.
Is that a challenger?
Oh. It was a challenger, Dodge Challenger. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Chargers are smaller and gayer. Yeah, so the Challenger of Peace hurtles down the street and decides to take out a bunch of people. And it almost seems like the sick thing is it took this cunt running into the back end of another car before he's like, oh, maybe this was a bad idea and I should back up. You know?
Right. Yeah, it did legitimately seem like the guy thought that there wasn't a car there because he couldn't see it because of the crowd. He just plowed into people. He was going to just plow through as many as he could, go for the highest score, and then try and take off, like a real piece of shit. I mean, he's already a piece of shit, but
Yeah, someone's going in timeout. It's you don't. I'm sorry. Like you can make jokes. Like if you want to make a joke about, like I saw before, like there's a reason the car says Dodge. Yeah.
Yep.
But you don't say you're glad the girl's dead. You piece of shit. You can go fuck yourself with a fucking dry rubber dildo.
No, that's
fucked
fucked up.
You don't say that you're glad someone's dead. That makes you. That makes you a piece of. Oh shit! Yeah, it makes you a filthy piece of shit. And when you come back from timeout, we'll see if you've learned to behave.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, though,
we've got a lot more to talk about when it comes to Charlottesville, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that a little bit later.
Let's move on to equally sad. Yet, and honestly, we don't need to dwell on this. You guys all know what happened. And
should we check super chats first, or?
It's worth checking super chats, but you know what else? It's worth saying also, though.
Yeah.
It's one of the unfortunate called it moments here. This kind of violence, political violence.
Sure.
This kind of horseshit. This is only the beginning. It's only the beginning.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but probably. Yeah.
And it doesn't actually end though. It doesn't end actually with the grand revolution that one side wants, or the ethno state the other side wants. You want to know what all this violence is going to end with? A police state. Have you ever wondered what it would be like if your TV told you to exercise in the morning and then made sure that you took all of your medications that the state has issued you to make sure that you're docile and compliant? This is how you get there.
This is how you get. Hey, thanks everybody. Thanks everybody.
Yeah, thanks guys. You bunch of peaches. Thanks guys.
Thanks so much. While the rest of us normal fucking people are just like, why the fuck does this keep happening? What the fuck? First one, we got Prince of Dew. We love you, Prince. Stream blessing. I've officially been suspended from Twitter. No, free Prince of Dew. Can I get a toast from my beloved internet uncles? Shadowlay, love you both. Shadowlay to you. I'll be your dirty uncle.
I think is it like a dirty trombone except with a bit more feeling behind it?
Pretty much. That's pretty much exactly what it is. Weeb gave blessings to the format. Thank you very much, Weeb. Geolossophizer. So are tiki torches now a hate symbol? No, they're a symbol of bad taste.
Yeah, they're a symbol of learn to wrap an oil-soaked rag around a stick like a man from, plenty of ages ago.
Right.
You feckless, lazy faggot.
Jesus Christ. So bad.
Make your own torches! Make your own torches! It's not hard. People have been doing it for thousands of years. You don't need citronella. It's not like citronella scares the darkies away.
Oh, Sergeant Buck just said what I was about to say. Gas the mosquitoes. Thank you very much, Sergeant Buck. The mosquito is the natural enemy of the white man. Sanguine Mathamain, what is the view of the Saints on tongue-punching turtle caves? I'm for it. Yeah. Yeah. No, pro. We're pro. Pro tongue-punching turtle caves. Fart boxes are good too.
It's not the first time I've wholeheartedly gotten behind something I didn't entirely understand. Usually it works out in my best interest. So yeah, I'm gonna roll with this.
Sergeant Buck, the car says Dodge on it for a reason. Yep, that's true. Drax, the real tragedy is they couldn't read the logo that clearly said Dodge. People are on the same wavelength tonight. God of Cheese 147. Hey Jeff, don't know what to comment, but I want to give you money, so hi. Hello, God of Cheese 147. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. JT Earsley, how much of the protests are we covering today? Quite a bit, but maybe
not too much.
Not too much. But
Just enough.
It's not going to be not in the news segment. We'll put it that.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to talk about it plenty.
Yeah. Joe, first of all, I don't care about alt-right Antifa today. Dems and lefty journalists called me and millions of vets, former LEO, NRA members, Nazis, terrorists. They are pushed for war. Really? Dems and lefty journos called you and millions of vets Nazis and terror? What the fuck? What the fuck? You're gonna have to get a hold of us on Twitter. Let us know what's going on with this, because I wanna hear more. That's fucked up. And KEV5 or KE5VRA. Weird. I thought I sent $4. Oh well. 2 + 2 = 5. Comrade. Danke, comrade. Danke. Danke, comrade.
Honestly, when arithmetic works out for slightly more money in my super chat, I'm okay with it. So let 1 + 3 = 100.
Sure, that works for me. So
I don't know. So the second story we got tonight. It's another one. See, sadly, like these days, there's too much real news to cover to make fake fun news worth covering.
Mm-hmm.
And as you know, James Damore.
That's Damore.
James Damore. He was at the Google, and he made this kind of memo that a lot of people didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
And he got fired, and he's been speaking out. And I kind of got real quick before we play this clip. And this is actually from something BC News, ABC News, World News Tonight.
Yep.
You got your credit, fuckers. You got your credit.
Yep.
I will say I do kind of agree with Zophane that going with Stefan Molyneux as the first interview after you get fired. It's
bad idea.
Bad optics, bro.
Bad idea.
Optics.
Don't do that.
It's like might as well have gone with Alex Jones. Like, now would you say that the people who had the biggest issue with this memo were reptiles? Would you say that they are reptiles under the skin of a human being who wants nothing more than to make goddamn diversity? Rawr! Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like a step below that. But you know what? I'm glad the story's getting out. And the thing is the very fact that his words made it to ABC to confuse this very Lego man looking individual. That he kind of looks like, I mean, like, I want to see, like, it'd be like you'd see him if you put that voice to a Lego man in the next Lego movie as the news announcer. You'd be like, I know that guy. I can't think of his name because I don't care, but I know him. But yeah, this barrel-headed gentleman here, he sat up straight and took notice and roll the tape.
Controversy sparked by a former Google engineer who wrote a 10-page memo criticizing the company's diversity program, saying women lag behind in the tech world because of their biology. Tonight, he's out of a job, but he's standing by his words as we hear from him for the first time. Here's ABC's chief business correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis.
Tonight, the fired software engineer who sparked a firestorm after challenging Google's diversity program, speaking out.
I'm not saying that any of...
Ah, there he is. He is on Molyneux. Why? Why would you go with Molyneux?
Well,
Why?
it's sometimes it's good to go and get your psychotherapy from a guy who was in the midst of psychotherapy and chemo. He looks, I mean, so I'm guessing Damore, maybe he's a fan of Molyneux.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But I'll say that on Stefan's part, he is kind of looking like a lizard himself.
A little bit like a lizard, I gotta say. I know some people really like Molyneux. He doesn't. It's not all of his ideas are bad.
He's just an idiot.
He's creepy. He's creepy.
the female
No, he's got
engineers at Google
he's got enough bad ideas to where I feel comfortable calling him an idiot. But whatever.
Yeah.
are in any way worse than the average male engineer.
In an interview on YouTube, James Damore standing by his internal memo in which he argues that women, on average,
Killdeer
have
put
more
this together?
autism and higher anxiety.
Stop.
Lower stress
I want
tolerance
to show
than
you
men,
a
and
study
that
now.
The abilities of men and women differ in part due to biological causes, and that these differences may explain why we don't see equal representation of women in tech and leadership.
At least.
Whoa! You didn't tell me we were going to be airing Nazi propaganda.
And this is straight. This is
straight up Goebbels shit, dude. You can't do that to me.
The worst part about the Google memo, the worst part about it is the dude's entire motivation in doing it was altruism. He was trying to basically promote an idea that there's a better way to approach these problems. We want more women in STEM, we want more women in tech, we want more women in this. Maybe we should be looking at ways to inspire them, not artificially inflate things because it's making an aggressive environment, which the bullshit that we've been hearing about from the regressive left for the past year and a half, maybe 2 years or so, is exactly the reason why we have to now deal with this crazy shit, like with what Google's doing to fucking everybody, and now why we have these tiki torch polo shirt wearing douchebag motherfuckers marching around in the dark trying to be edgy. That's why this whole thing has been happening. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, he's, that's the worst thing too, is that, like, nothing in that memo was actually controversial.
Nothing at all.
No,
Nothing
no.
at all.
He basically it came down to men and women are different, and that's why you see more men in this field.
We're basically saying the Nazis are right by parodying this obvious alt-right horrible fascist statement, obviously.
Yes, I know. Giving this Nazi a platform was a terrible idea.
Terrible idea. Terrible.
All the same. I'm so glad this happened at the same time YouTube, that we found that YouTube blog.
Oh.
So we know without a shadow of a doubt now, Google as a corporation, it's not interested in anything other than being the gatekeeper between you and your information.
Yep.
Yeah.
They can't even fucking hide it anymore. And to be honest, I mean I never really had a problem saying it before, but Harmful Opinions is right, man.
I'm okay with, honestly, I'm okay with stupid people enjoying their stupid ideas. I am. Because, if somebody wants to Google Holocaust myth, right? Holocaust was a lie. Right?
Yeah.
I'm okay with them finding those crackpot Daily Stormer fuckwit, blog sites on fucking Angel Fire or whatever, which say that, it's it's a myth. There's a myth. All the Jews are alive and well on the moon or whatever. Right?
MoonJews.
Whatever kind of stupid shit that might be, I'm happy if somebody wants to search stupid shit and find stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's actually a good idea if someone's Holocaust myth or whatever, Holocaust was a lie, and then all of a sudden they get 5 articles from the ADL. Because that's not going to change their mind. They're still going to believe. In fact, they're going to believe that in their whole conspiracy theory even more because the Jews are giving them the wrong information.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, I would like normal people, regular people, maybe even intelligent people, if any of them still exist. I would like the opportunity for those people to be able to, when they go to a thing, to trust that the search results they're getting are actually the most populated and sought after search results for a question.
Mm-hmm.
Not what some cunt at Google with rainbow hair and a septum ring thinks is the best thing for them to see. It's what's rainforest deforestation looking like? What are the rates of rainforest deforestation? Oh wow, 6.5 pages of pearl clutching environmentalism with clips of Al Gore.
Yep, pretty much. Can we figure out a way to get the hashtag MoonJews trending? I would really be happy with that. MoonJews, MoonJews.
Well, Jeff, I mean, you could always just change the title of this episode to MoonJews. I'm sure no one would mind.
Okay.
Episode 21, MoonJews. What are they gonna do? Demonetize us?
Hey! Yeah. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I'm doing that though. No, MoonJews.
No. Yeah, episode 21, MoonJews, featuring
MoonJews.
Dr. Layman. So
Yeah.
Dr. Layman, his overall profile on the internet will not be sullied at all by anything boring.
Nope. Yep.
Yes.
MoonJews. MoonJews is where it's at. All right. So our let's do. Okay. The super chats are coming in pretty good. So let's do this real fast. Where's my bam? Let's see. Shane Frost. Hi, YouTube Saints. Hi, Shane Frost. How are you? Joe, first, Jeff, can I send you the tweets on Steam? No tweet. Yeah, I did get them, buddy, and then I had to turn my Steam off, but I do have them. I will look at them afterwards. Citron, I'm turning 29 next Friday and so done with my 20s. Happy early birthday to you, sir. Stuart JSA, thank you very much. Rhino, stop shaming gay frogs, Alex. Google memos, water filters, male vitality, lizard people. Ethereal says, Wizard of Compression is no more. Follow nuclear destruction at Ether is real.
Oh.
Mm.
I wanna let you know, brother. I was genuinely I have a parody account. Somebody made a parody account of me. I've made not it, but something. I was pleased.
Yes, absolutely. Somebody made Church of Jeff, and it's very strange. It's very, very strange.
Oh, you think it would? Oh, wow. You're you say that I'm. I figured a thing about Church of Jeff would be kind of tame. Really, Jeff?
I don't know what to say about it. Luke Blight 69. How would you two stop the violence between the fanatical right and the fanatical left?
JDAMs, loads of JDAMs.
I would say competitive volleyball tournaments.
Asian women.
Ooh, Asian women, yeah, Asian women. Asian women
Yep,
doing volleyball.
No, I think Louis Laveau is actually a couple side things. Louis Laveau is right in that the greatest argument against the alt-right's whole pure gene purity thing is hot women of other races that aren't white. But more than that, it's a funny thing. I've actually met a guy who ascribes to the alt-right philosophy. He thinks that he thinks that an ethno-state would be a good idea. Except he's got an Indian girlfriend.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's hot too. She looks like a mix of like maybe Indian and Korean.
I do have a thing for Indian women. I really do.
Yeah, well, Indian and Korean, and she's smoke show. And he even said like, yeah, like the alt-right forums I was in kicked me out because, well, her. And I'm like, well, isn't like that evidence that you're full of shit?
Yeah,
as far
maybe.
as the commies go, they just need to grow up and actually have their parents find the fortitude within themselves to kick the children out of the house.
Yeah.
You'll hate capitalism right up until that paycheck pays the rent, keeps the lights on, and is able to afford you a bottle of wine and a good book. And then you'll be like, wow, I earned all of this, and it's mine.
All right, so I believe this is a Hispanic name, so I'll try and pronounce it as such. Estras Jovel, or it's Estras Jovel. Holy shit, you guys together, awesome. I found you guys through the Drunken Peasants. Go on together on DP later. We probably will at some point. Yeah, we talk to those dudes pretty often. Gotta cheese 147 hashtag MoonJews. Yes, MoonJews indeed. MoonJews traveling through space. All right, so last but not least for our
someone
news.
else's dime.
I want every song to sound like Starman from fucking Bowie. I can't help myself.
I was just thinking that. MoonJews racing cross. Yeah.
Dude, when I saw this Rucka, and we played the song on the States too.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
I was like,
his Sargon song. Sargon smashing this Jews. You know, like, no, nothing. All right. Last but not least, in this world, this crazy, fucked up world, we have Guam on alert after North Korean threats.
Amidst the escalating rhetoric between President Trump and North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un, North Korea has threatened to fire ballistic missiles over Japan toward Guam, the small Pacific island that's been a U.S. territory almost continuously since 1898.
Don't fuck with Guam, man. Don't fuck with Guam.
Not just that, but also don't shoot things over Japan. For all like the population knows, what looks like a missile's going to turn into a robot, and two of them will start fighting in the goddamn city.
Yeah, that's just chaos. You don't want to do that. That's not okay.
No, they're prepared for that, but also that too. We've also got a fuck ton of Patriot missiles all the fuck over the place, and God knows what else hanging out in the lower atmosphere.
I think I think the experimental railgun cannons on the destroyers. I know we have at least one, but I'm pretty sure that thing is like deployed to the Korean Gulf. Probably.
It's a bad idea. It's a really bad. I mean, maybe San Francisco might get hit with a nuke afterwards, and their last ditch effort. That would be a tragedy.
Will that bring Will that bring anime to the West Coast? That would make me really upset.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was like they got the nuke wrong, and all it does is it like actually turns everyone into anime characters? Yeah. It's just it's like that film Cool World. You remember Cool World? Yeah. Basically, North Korean nukes are so fucked up they don't actually blow things up. They just turn it into Cool World.
Yeah. Instead of Berkeley being rioting, it's just a bunch of people running around. Ooh, kawaii, that's oh fuck, kill me.
Yeah, or
that'd be worse.
Well, if it's actually like Cool World, it'll be a bunch of like Bakashi style cartoons running around fucking each other like it's an X-rated version of heavy metal.
Go on.
Exactly. Like, wait, what kind of opportunities does nuclear war really bring to us? But long and short is it, unfortunately, like the people of North Korea, if it ever came to that, would never have the opportunity to really learn just how wonderful a JBCV really is.
Yeah, I know.
We need to bring liberty, freedom, and JBCVs to the people of North Korea, or this whole democracy experiment we've had here in the United States has been for nothing.
Exactly. Well, I've been saying for a long time now that the way to win the war on terror is to airdrop microwaves with Hot Pockets and TV DVD combos with full seasons of Seinfeld into Afghanistan. Sow the seeds of our culture among the people who don't have the beauty of our culture. But maybe that's what North Korea needs. They need the Junior Bacon cheeseburgers.
Or here's what and on the same token, actually,
Dave Thomas saves the world. That would be amazing.
Yeah, Dave Thomas saves the world. So we give the North Koreans JBCVs, and then I think here's what we need to do with ISIS. We need to give them all copies of PUBG. Give them all copies of PUBG. All the guys who haven't been out in the field yet and haven't actually shot at the Iraqi security forces, they're all excited. They're thinking, and like, hey boy, this is what combat's really like, especially when you're with your friends. Oh, that was quick, wasn't it?
Shit. That's pretty good. Yeah, but I mean, nobody should be surprised about this. I mean, obviously, North Korea is always going to be babbling about some shit. Sometimes it feels a little bit more credible than it does. This time felt a little bit more credible, but it's probably going to blow over. I hope it does. We'll see. We'll see.
Right. Got a $50 super chat from
Oh
Jable.
yeah, let's.
I broke my rule about talking about politics on Facebook today. Always a bad idea. It didn't go well. I am pro free speech and anti-violence, but I was called an alt-right Nazi. Yeah, get used to that. I even offered people to DM me for my number so we could talk about it, but nobody took it. What should I do? Well, for one thing, don't offer your number on the internet.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that. Yeah, that'd be like, well, I mean, that'd almost be like a retard from a non-contiguous state posting his own email on Twitter. Whoops. But what should you do? What the rest of us do, dude, honestly. Just keep being fucking honest to yourself. Yeah, well, drink. But be honest with yourself. Don't fucking sacrifice your principles for anyone or anything or any peer pressure, and keep speaking the truth that you speak. Because if there's one thing that we who've been fucking around in this shit since Gamergate days know, it's that eventually people catch on. The smartest, the sanest voice in a room full of crazy people will always be the one that is last heard.
That's true.
But as long as it keeps speaking truth, that's what matters.
And you also have to keep in mind that a lot of times, no matter what it is that you say, no matter how much you try and express yourself as eloquently as possible, sometimes people just want to be mad at you. And it's probably because you were just an easy target, because you were the voice of opposition. It's just going to happen, and you have to get used to it, otherwise you can't talk about politics on Twitter. We at least have the buffer that gives us the incentive to keep doing it. We get paid. So, like, that... Not a lot, but we get paid, so that's at least a little bit of incentive. I thank you, my lovely wife.
Well, in fairness, too, I mean, I've been doing this before I was even getting paid for it, and you always at least have the incentive of knowing, even if the entire world is wrong, right? Let's say the entire world suddenly became SJWs or alt-right. You've always got that knowledge for yourself that you're not that stupid. You didn't fall for the traps and tricks. You were happy to be proven wrong, and that it's, what, if you're gonna continue arguing with them, gotta do so with like just like a light set of shoulders, like shrug the shit off, just kind of laugh at it. Like, oh, what's your opinion? Oh, people of color cannot be racist, and or the white race is under genuine threat of genocide.
Oh, yeah. Bravo. Intellectually amazing. I'm
going to give you as much credit as I can here. Yeah, and have fun with it, man.
Yeah.
Best thing is have fun with it. Get nihilist, laugh, enjoy life. Don't get dragged down by the bullshit.
Embrace shit posting. We got 3 more super chats And then we actually have another quick little news segment, a news announcement too, and then we'll get Layman. Roto Hernandez, hi Jeff and Nick, enjoy these shekels and Shadley, my dudes. Hashtag MoonJews, hashtag MoonJews to you. Cryptic, as a vet, fuck the libs, they don't know shit. You know, there's a lot of lib vets too. There are. There
Also,
are.
we're both liberals, really, aren't we?
I'm very liberal. I am honestly very liberal, and I'm very pro vets.
We're both, yeah.
It's just you know, but I can understand being a vet and seeing most of the liberal politicians not seeming to hold your values or understand your worth. I understand that. I got a lot of compassion for it.
Or take up the whole notion of actually caring for you the way you were promised when you signed up,
right?
As something that you can get elected on,
right?
But then sacrificing that because you want to help Berkeley get diversity quotas federally funded or some shit. I understand that.
Yeah. So
that's not liberalism. That's progressivism.
Yeah, what's progressivism has turned into. Seth the Door says, speaking of getting paid, hey, haha, I like your style.
Hey. Hey.
Jesus Christ, you guys are pouring these in. Francesco Santos, greetings from the cesspool formerly known as Virginia. My condolences. And then
very pretty cities.
So this is my other news, the fourth news story. It is actually my 6th wedding anniversary, me and Memory's 6th wedding anniversary. Oh, thank you.
Smash that G button if you want to, not the F, the G. If you want to wish them a happy anniversary.
Let's see some G's.
You smash that F button. You smash that F button when someone's newly married.
Right.
To mourn the loss of their sex life.
There you go. Well, hey, my sex life got better after I got married. I don't know. Rhino says, happy anniversary, Jeff MMs. Thank you. Jables Bogley, I'm cool with the hate. I just want to talk instead of type. I hear you, buddy. Typing sucks. Mashisu, Jeff, get it right. It's Moonpoon, not MoonJews. That's a different episode. That'll be next week. Chat Mort.
It's Moon Shoes, not MoonJews. What?
Chat Mort, this is the ultimate trifecta of fascinating and peculiar personalities. I've waited for this stream since I was a wee lass. Oh, he's coming. He'll be here in just a minute. Kingsley Abraqua. Sorry I'm late, guys. Just got out of Matt's stream. Hope this makes up for it, sweethearts. We love you. Thank you so much. Mwah. Let's get the doctor.
Let's get him in here. I need some shrimp, Jeff. Order me some shrimp.
Me too. I need some.
I need him in pill form, bud. Shrimp and white wine.
Yeah, dude. Shrimp and white wine is the only way to live.
Wine. Shrimp and white wine.
And there he is.
Red, blue. I don't have a poem for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Layman. Dr. Layman on the Saints, finally. We got him. How are you, good doctor?
I am absolutely fantastic. How are you, my Dudorinos?
I'm getting loose. I'm full of the juice. I'm gonna go fuck me a MoonJew. Juice. Jewess.
That sounds odd. Not gonna lie.
I'm 2/3 the way through the bottle of wine, and we're not even 1/3 the way through the show yet. So this should get interesting rather quickly.
It's true. You know the big problem with having sex with the MoonJew?
The gravity.
Shoveling out all the moon rocks. I don't know. I got nothing.
Thank you for having me. I'm gonna leave now. It was fantastic. Thank you so much.
I would just like to say, niggas have nothing to do with the transgender thing, but you can think that if you want it.
You know, Nick, one of these days we're gonna have a talk. You are appropriating my culture.
I'm appropriating your voice.
Yes, exactly. My voice is part of my culture. This is not a costume. This is who I am, and this is not okay.
It's not. It's just I hear these impressions, and when that intro video comes out with me next to grade A under A, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Oh shit! Oh god! You know, I keep waiting for it, and if nobody else does it, I'm gonna fucking do it. So I saw the other day, somebody cosplayed at a convention as Mr. Medicare, and the immediate thing that I thought of is somebody needs to cosplay as Dr. Layman. They have to. Somebody has to. Get like one of those. Because get like all you have to do. It's so easy. Get a white Zentai suit.
No, it wasn't how. The question was why?
Because it would be amazing.
Yes.
It'd
Why?
be amazing. And when I have that crazy, unfortunate sex with that nasty, coked up fucking heifer that I was too drunk to say no otherwise at Dragon Con, she's dressed like some weird crossbreed, half dragon, half fox furry. The next morning she'll be like, "Who was that masked man?" And she'll go and she'll Google image search and she'll blame you.
And then you'll have like Interpol coming after you for child support.
Fuck.
She'll be like, what? Why did this? She's just gonna be like, I don't understand why this man thought that like a nylon bodysuit was an effective condom. Like, well, why did you let him fuck you that way? Well, because it was Dr. Layman. I couldn't say no.
Okay, the hilarious thing here is that we actually do have a plan. Me and a few friends
To
on
fuck
YouTube.
each other in nylon bodysuits?
Yeah, not exactly, but I will eventually make an appearance.
It's not that far.
Either at VidCon or the Skeptic meetup, but I'm not gonna speak, and I will have someone else to speak for me. I'm just gonna be there, awkwardly watch all of you, while someone else is talking for me.
Oh, wait, no. Honestly, you could do the same thing on. It's going to be like a weird cabal. It's going to be you and Undoomed, who show up, and no one knows what they look like. And anytime anyone asks, it's just going to be this very fake voice, like, "Oh yeah, we're big fans.
We are a big fan from Europe.
Big fan from Europe. I love the show." Wait, V, is that you? No, this is not. This is not V. I am not here. And V will be across the room, like, wait a second, who is making my voice?
Rihanna Vu, is that you?
Oh god, yeah, no, that would be fucking choice. That'd be amazing. I love when people do the kind of action sort of thing when they go out and do like stunt doubles. Either somebody speaks for them or does whatever. A friend of mine had to go on heavy antibiotics for a big pirate event, so he had somebody be his stunt liver. So anytime he would take a drink, he'd have to have his friend take the drink for him. That poor son of a bitch was fucked up. Whole weekend.
I volunteer as tribute.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say, man. This sounds like fucking vacation to me.
I know.
Jesus
Like, wait a
Christ.
second, this is a job for someone?
It was pretty bad. At one point, he was actually wheeling his own stunt liver in a wheelbarrow, like a kid's wheelbarrow, his little girl's wheelbarrow. It's fucking terrible. A red wagon.
But yeah, it'll be one of those things, like when you're negotiating the deal for that job, you're like, all right, I'll do it, but it's going to be 25 cents a shot. Be like, okay, let's add a little rider here, 25 cents a shot, as far as you can remember.
That's aggressive negotiation, and I approve.
I thought I only had 4 shots last night. According to the contract, you did.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Why is there a $300 bar tab? Very good question. Very good question.
They were very expensive shots. Very expensive. I have to ask, the current state of YouTube and how everything is going absolutely crazy, has the dreaded yellow money sign hit your channel yet?
Actually, not in the slightest.
Really? Wow.
Like, here's the thing, Jeffero and Nick, there's this one weird phenomenon surrounding me. I lovingly call it layman's law. It's really complicated. I can write you a paragraph about it in Boolean logic, but it basically boils down to this. As long as I am not the only content creator, everyone else will be getting much more attention than I do, to the point of me getting ignored. And here's the thing. I called, back in the day, Randy Harper a cunt to her face and wasn't blocked. Steve Shives blocked me about a half a year ago only. And YouTube, I put the craziest shit on YouTube, but YouTube doesn't care. I am fucking immune, I think.
Wow.
How is it that that you can be somehow more anonymous than, well, like more overlooked than I am, and yet still have like 2 or 3 times my subs? I am like 70% yellow coin now.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't good
no
for all
idea.
audiences. And it really is an arbitrary thing, I noticed too, because it's like, here's a video about honest talk about drug education. Oh no, that one's not good. All right, well, how about this one where like I tear a feminist to piece? So, no, we haven't gotten to that one yet.
I genuinely, I have no clue. I have absolutely no idea. I don't want to curse anything, so I'm gonna just accept it and be happy about it, you know. But
Yeah, go knock on some wood real quick. Be like, I am Teflon Don on YouTube.
Consider the wood knocked.
Yeah.
I was so sad though. I was really genuinely hoping the video I put out before the last one. I actually just titled it Elsa and Jake Paul unbox a fidget spinner.
Yep.
And it went like 2 or 3 days without YouTube being like, oh, this isn't appropriate, because the whole thing was just like, yeah, YouTube's trying to become the arbiters of truth. This ought to be upsetting. And I was like, well, I wonder how long this will get away. And I was really planning, I'm like, if this works, every one of my videos, the next one is going to be like, epic razor scooter fails, bro. Four fucking like exclamation points.
Yep.
Epic pranks, my dude.
Epic pranks, my dude. I watched this prank as I lock an elderly man in a hot car for 7 hours. Pranks, bro.
It's just a prank. It's just a prank.
It's just a prank. Honestly, YouTube would probably be like, that's monetizable. Like, oh, thank you. I have to pay his hospital bills.
So some people have theorized that it might be reading the auto close captioning that it's catching, you know, and it like has kind of an algorithm maybe, and maybe it's like throwing it off because of like accents or something like that. Who knows? I've kind of had this theory. I should make a video where I look deadpan at the camera and I say, lollipops, gumdrops, kittens, lizards, and puppies, and just say that, but have the subtitles reading like, this is completely fucked up. I'm, you know, and have the video, but subtitled what I actually want to say, and see if it gets demonetized or not.
Well, I think
that'd be interesting.
Did you catch Razorfist's latest video?
I did, and he kind of proved that he's on a blacklist.
Yeah,
that's so weird.
Blacklist.
Yeah.
I elaborate.
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah, all right. Well, he ran a little experiment. He made a totally innocuous, retarded video where he was just sitting spouting literal nonsense. Like he's like, so, eggplant, Mitsuzuki films are wonderful. I want to climb a mountain.
I thought he was. I thought he like it was like top anticipated video games of 2017 or something like that. And he like kind of talked about it, but yeah, he spouted a bunch of like weird nonsense.
He threw a bunch of nonsense in there, and the thing was he was still demonetized, and the notifications thing wasn't happening. Like everything about it was no, your video is not going to get out there, and it's I mean it's when you couple the fact that YouTube is actively looking to censor certain content with the fact that Google has already admitted that they let their own curators decide what the best search results for certain things may be at certain times.
Speaking of curators, sorry to interrupt you, but
no, I was done speaking.
I actually have a friend that used to work for a contractor for Google. Do you know how those things work?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna drop some delicious red pills here. Okay, so basically it works like this. Google has a in-house department that is let's start this way. Google is a tremendously big company, and only a rather small section of the company is concerned with giving you the search results that you want. There are many aspects to this. For example, profiling. That if you are logged into your profile on Google, the results will be tailored more to you, for example, your location. There is one part, however, that Google sources out completely, and that is essentially a sort of broad user understanding. So, for example, they just want to have, if you are not logged in, and not in any way like on a fresh machine, they want to know what to give you if you are looking from Germany, for example, for the word Apple. Now, if you're looking from Germany for the word Apple, you're probably looking for the computer stuff thingy, and they source this out. There are many more. There are quite a few companies, Lionbridge, and LeapForce, that do this kind of stuff, and they hire just basically random people off the streets. They give them tasks, and they tell you, hey, how do you feel about this? And you have like a really long sort of guideline thingy where you are essentially a manual what is a good result and what isn't a good result. And what happened about 4 to 5 years ago is that Google, or maybe even 3, I don't know, 3 years ago, Google wrote out new massive guidelines. Before that, they didn't give a crap about any of the about any of the political stuff. If it fit, it fit. Like if you were looking for National Socialism, you got National Socialism.
Right, right.
What they did 3 years ago is that they started essentially. Okay, I have to explain one thing. There are certain red flags like gore, porn, bestiality, child porn, stuff like that. If something is red flagged, it doesn't show up in the results anymore. It's just completely vanished. It doesn't even show at the bottom that it was removed. It's gone. Okay, it's just gone, just completely gone. Someone of you is listening to some delicious stuff in the background.
Sorry. Yeah, no, you're good.
No problem. And it's completely gone. And Google wrote out about 3 years ago a memo that every politically offensive content is to be red flagged. So long story short, Google has been pushing for at least 3 years via its contractors to get rid of any sort of politically offensive stuff from the search results.
If you couple that with the election loss of Hillary Clinton, it does kind of make sense with all the Trump hysteria why Google would probably be doubling down and saying, no, we're going to control what it is you see even more now.
Right. Yeah. That's wild. That's totally wild. That's a trip, dude. That blows my mind.
That's the thing that I actually recommend to everyone. Getting to work for one of those companies isn't all that hard. Get in. Or rather, I shouldn't be talking about this. All I'm saying is it's not hard to work for them, right?
No,
sure.
You're the guest here. If you got ideas, give them to the people. Come on.
Wait, here's the thing. I don't want to get anyone into trouble. There is a reason why I'm not talking in detail about this. All I'm saying is it's kind of easy to get to work for them and kind of easy to get your hands on the guidelines. But it would be a breach of contract, of course, to disclose those guidelines. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
That's all he's saying.
That's all he's saying.
all Layman is saying, and actually, like Layman said, all he's saying, and taking what he said, all I'm saying, knowing what he has told me, is that it's not that hard if you want to actually get involved with them to the point where they'll send out this corporate memo to you.
Exactly.
To remind you of what is and is not acceptable. And if you're the kind of person who was self-sacrificing to a certain extent, you want to expose the man for what they're doing. Well, there's ways to do that. But, don't go putting yourself at risk, because neither I nor Layman would ever want you to do that, because that is completely your choice. And
no, I would even go as far as to say, don't do that. That is a breach of contract. You rascal, you
don't do that. You rascal, you don't do that. Like, if you did that, you would have to be making your own decision with the amount of information that you've been given, and making your own decision as an adult. Don't do that.
So, you were okay. So we were talking about the Razor Fist thing real quick. I just have to mention this. That's why I muted it from the stream. They couldn't. The audience couldn't hear, but you guys heard. I forgot about that. Nick, you were saying that Razor Fist video, the 5 anticipated games, was him talking babble, and I didn't watch that one. I watched him talking about the blacklist, and so that's what I was checking. And this is actually fucking hilarious. We need to send. Will you send Layman the MyCircle link?
Oh yeah. It's check the Skype chat that we're in now.
And this is a service that we use so we can watch videos together. This is fucking brilliant, and I'm actually kind of pissed because I really did think I came up with that idea first. I had no idea Razor Fist had fucking done that, and now I can't do it. Thanks a lot, Razor Fist. I mean, thanks for doing it. Thanks for doing our show.
You've been scooped, Jeff. You've been scooped.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I love Razor Fist. He was on our show. Fucking thanks for that, man. But like, this is fucking hilarious. This is amazing.
most chill, sober dude I've ever known.
He's amazing. Check this out.
Well, we've taken about 17 super tankers worth of piss out of the industry of late. No apologies, mind you. Solid console sales aside, when it comes to software, publishers couldn't sell insulin on an island full of movie bobs. But don't start the snarkathon just yet, Rageaholics, because particularly on PC, there's no shortage of boner fuel on the horizon. So what I'd like to do today...
I fucking love this dude. That's so fucking hilarious. So yeah, I mean, there goes my fucking idea. Thanks, Razor Fist. Dick.
What, boner fuel?
No, well, I mean, I kind of...
You might want to give some context. Is this his, his test video?
Yeah, this is his test video.
Okay,
yeah.
so play. I mean, he's not gonna hit us too hard if we fucking play it. Here's
No,
the thing:
he's not
we're
gonna
gonna
care.
watch.
He's
We're gonna
chilling.
watch. We're gonna. This is a video our boy Razor Fist released, in an effort to test Google to see what it was they would and would not react to. And there is only one phrase in here, and that's butthole, that they could possibly focus on.
As it's a question I'm hit with motherfucking constantly, is answer that immortal query. Hey, Razor, just what the piping fresh fuck are you looking forward to? Well, perk your ear and pucker your anus. We're going in fucking dry.
Well, he does say fuck quite a bit. Maybe that's what it. Maybe that's what picked up.
No, is this that video?
I thought this is the one that he was saying that he put
Jeff,
up.
if you want it, no, go to his red flag video, and then you go to the end of it where he posts that video that he put up.
Okay, let me grab that real quick.
Yeah, because this sounds like his average video game rant, which is full of pucker your asshole, fucker, because a faggot's about to drill it home.
All right. Yeah, let's look at this. Let's look at this real quick, because I'm really curious. I'm really curious.
Yeah, that's not his test video.
Is it this one?
This is his video. Now go all.
I can
not
upload this
upcoming
on a later
games.
date if they add you for demonetization.
Where is it?
On account of I have eyeballs.
Okay.
The algorithm's a fraud. It's a blacklist. They just took a minute or two. But that is in essence what we're going.
Oh yeah.
I mean, for crying out loud, that's in some Ren and Stimpy cartoons. I highly doubt it. Read Astonishing X-Men. So I sit here and
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, but this was unplanned. Jeff threw it in the last minute, but it's worth fucking talking about because honestly, no, he has honestly genuinely discovered evidence that they've put a blacklist together. Now, when it comes to Razor Fist, despite the fact that, you know, it goes a little beyond him being just a shitlord and all that, he's a genuine conservative, and not an alt-right, autistic right fucking conservative.
Right.
No, he's a classic, like, get McCain the fuck out of there because he doesn't know what he's doing. I want a genuine conservative. And he's a genuine conservative. And I think, honestly, that might be part of why YouTube would fucking blacklist someone. And as liberal... Right. YouTube, stop being a bunch of cunts. Yeah?
Yeah. Oh,
it doesn't matter. You're gonna.
Okay, he left the test video in the description of the original video. Man, I fucked up the format, guys. The format is pissed. It's gonna take it out on me later tonight. It's gonna spank me.
I know. Honestly, guys, you know, it's super chat $5 to make Jeff feel bad.
Yeah.
Do that right now.
Do it. Do it.
He's so awful at that.
I deserve to be punished.
Yeah, $5 super chat saying this could have been 10 if you didn't fuck it up. Everyone do that. 715 of you. Hey, I feel alright about that. All right.
Shit. Jesus Christ. Well, all right.
Yeah, but let's like before we move on, I think the long and short of this is genuinely that YouTube is it's a space capsule running out of oxygen for those who have something to say that isn't just fidget spinners or, hey bro, I set my fucking rental pool on fire.
Right.
We are entering an age in which this behemoth, this Goliath of information, has decided that it is up to its Technicolor millennial staff with their nose rings and their chai lattes to decide what it is.
I think you're painting somewhat of a naive picture, and I don't mean this as an insult. when we look at media over the last 1,000 years, there never really was a period in time where platforms were essentially completely, properly independent. What we saw in the last, let's say, 17 to 20 years was essentially the Wild West age of the internet, especially like in the late 90s, early 2000s. That was like genuinely good stuff. You had video platforms that nobody knows by now that were hosting stuff completely uncensored. That was the golden age where you could just go on Google and type in child porn and get fucking child porn.
Oh yeah, no, I remember SnufX showing me all the hottest new licks coming out of Iraq.
Yeah. Oh, that's just a nasty, but at the same time, unfiltered, decent age. It's like we are returning to the norm at the moment. It's not like that we are spiraling downwards into something, but we're just getting corporatized, I think.
No, but the thing is with the corporatization, what we're finding is that because information is itself becoming every step we take in which we think it's becoming democratized, right? The opportunity for it to become more centralized, because instead of 5 major media companies controlling all of the information that a mainstream media gives us now, what we have is the one central company deciding it's going to adopt an ideology and it's going to use its platform and all of its power to promote that at all costs, because there are no competitors. What? Firefox and DuckDuckGo are Firefox, DuckDuckGo, and YouTube and Yahoo really gonna take out the? Are they gonna be the David for our Goliath here? No.
I guess. I mean,
speaking about this, yeah, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, there are companies that I think might pose something of a contender, but it would honestly take like a mass migration of huge YouTubers to even make a fucking dent.
No, beyond that though, we got to keep in mind though, right? So like, while we're here like hoping one day we can have 100,000 subscribers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The Jake Pauls, which Social Blade and YouTube are both actively promoting.
Yep.
People who have nothing to offer the world except mindless horse shit. Like, hey bro, how those shoes, bro? I'm gonna set a pile of dog shit on fire, bro.
Dab.
That's dabbing on the haters. Dabbing on the haters. Yeah, that is what Google and YouTube are celebrating now, because it is making them so much money.
Go ahead, keep going.
No, that's what it is. It's making them so much money, and it's so sad, because if you're going to examine this issue honestly, you got to examine it from all honest angles. And one comes that, like, yeah, you can blame the evil corporation for being a censorious cunt through and through and trying to silence voices that minorities within the company who believe that it is a vehicle for social change need to be silenced. You can blame them, but at the same time, you also have to blame the society which elevates these simpleton, simpering cunts to positions of godlike power simply because they are retarded in public. That's everyone's to blame here.
Right.
Everyone's to blame.
Well, let's check out Super Chat. There might be some questions for the good doctor. Let's see. Bam.
That was so strained. Yay! I really want to be excited.
Alters and Gore says cummies. Yes, thank you very much for the cummies, Daddy. Chocolate Ham, happy anniversary. Need a gently used hamster? Fuck, gross. Son of a bitch.
I love how people are actually building a YouTube Saints canon here.
Right, chocolate hamster. Yeah, chocolate ham. Ethereal Wizard of Compression is back at Compress 1776. Will rise again. Amenthi, daily reminder: Hitler was secretly a werewolf. I swear to God.
I'm gonna fucking punch you. I'm gonna shank you,
dude. I swear to God. One of the most poignant moments in my life. Maybe not my life, but my YouTube career. As much of it is a career, that I will take to my fucking deathbed, is the day that you and I were hanging out with Sargon. He got JonTron on for the first time. He went to go take a piss. You and I are left alone with JonTron. There's a weird quiet. There's thousands of people watching. We don't really quite know what to say, and all of a sudden I hear, out of the darkness, "So JonTron, did you know Hitler was secretly a werewolf?" And the that came out of him was so glorious.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna reptile you on a little, behind the scenes exclusive content.
Okay.
I was on really heavy medication at that stream. Unironically, I was on hardcore painkillers. I had a massive migraine headache. I was barely functioning, and I had no fucking clue what I was doing. It was like, wait, Suggs, why is JonTron here? Why the fuck is JonTron?
At this point, I got honestly, he shot me the invitation to that stream. I remember I was getting ready for work, and he's like, "Oh, you want to come in this stream?" And I'm like, "Fuck, I gotta go to my day job. I can't." And then my day job is dead, so I was just listening to it, and I'm like, "Oh, Jeff's there, Layman's there, JonTron's there. What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, that was a weird day. That was a weird fucking day. And and JonTron ended up completely getting black marks after that, and everything completely fell apart. It was weird. It was a weird stream.
Well, here's the thing we need to keep in mind before you go into further super chats. So we can look at the adpocalypse as a result of Wall Street Journal going after PewDiePie.
Sure.
But the very fact that JonTron took as much shit as he did after that, I really do think it was the fact that the mainstream progressive press was awakened to the fact that people on the internet don't agree with them.
Right.
And they immediately decided okay, we need to, and I don't want to sound conspiratorial, there was a group of journalists who spoke with each other and rearranged stories and then decided they'd all run Gamers Are Dead at one. Oh, fuck, never mind. I don't want to sound conspiratorial here.
Too late.
But it's happened before.
I'm gonna actually pull out my education card here, and I'm gonna say that what you are suggesting is not conspiratorial. It is essentially non-controversial in actual research circles.
It's I'm going to be the educated one here and say it's not a conspiracy theory. It actually makes complete sense and has happened many times before.
Well, can you give an example?
Where do you want me to start?
Well, I'm thinking, I don't know, every time I try and think about it, I think of my favorite burger shop, Five Guys.
Okay.
And it's almost like a Gamergate,
weird, isn't it?
It's almost like history repeats itself.
What happened with Five Guys?
It was almost
nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody knows. I mean, it's widely suggested that a particular low-end game developer who basically made an interactive journal.
God, I
decided at one point to possibly fuck 5 different games journalists, or maybe just a couple of them, but remained friends with them. And got a whole bunch of positive reviews for a game that was utter shit. But
I thought you were talking about the actual burger chain. They went right the fuck over my fucking head. Right the fuck over my head. Jesus fucking Christ. I need more alcohol, man. I'm not sharp today. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but to get back to the thing, I do actually have one of my favorite examples.
Please.
After the Second World War, we're talking 1945 to 1950 roughly, you would assume that the news coverage of the war would have been pretty decent. You had a lot of reporters on site. The Nuremberg trials were widely broadcasted, so you would assume, we're gonna have some decent journalistic content. No, the Holocaust was, for example, completely, or rather not completely, but essentially scrubbed from any kind of Western newspapers. Here's the thing: the Holocaust, or rather the extermination campaigns, the concentration camps, were a widely known fact starting in 1934 in U.S. America, for example. Everyone kind of knew about them. But during the Nuremberg trials, for example, nobody reported about the Holocaust, about the genocide. The genocide part of the trial. Nobody cared. Here's the thing. Wow. On the other hand, the Soviet Union was completely bloodthirsty. They took every myth they could potentially get their hands on to fucking hammer to hammer Nazi Germany down. Like, they went completely batshit. They are essentially the origin of the human lambskin myth and the human soap myth, because they were so overzealous. They just went to a freshly liberated concentration camp and were like, "Hey, dude, what did you see while you were in the camp?" And someone who's been there, who's completely starved out, borderline insane, and he starts talking to them about some fucking human soap. They take him at his word, and suddenly you have fucking history. So, historically speaking, it has always been this one concentrated narrative.
Well, historically too, when you consider that also in terms of the fact that like Great Britain was spearheading the effort to establish the state of Israel, and that
absolutely.
And Great Britain and most of Europe was doing that largely out of guilt. It was a sense of guilt, but it was also the sense of like, we need to get the Jews out of Europe, because if they stay in Ukraine, they'll be show it all over again. If they end up in Russia and they don't, abandon their faith, they'll be show it again. It was like, the Jews were shipped out of Europe because Europe just never liked Jews.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And with that, if it's going to be like, and the Allied powers graciously gave the state of Israel to the Jews, in recompense or something, it's like, no, it was because on the one hand, they denied, like the Western powers denied most of those Jews the ability to leave Germany. When they applied for asylum, they were denied. Like, no, we don't need you.
Hey,
and then...
you go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, well, then at the same time, when all was said and done, the Jews who were left, like, if they had gone to the Ukraine was still like, no, we don't like the Jew. The Jew ruins our country. So, Britain was really upset about that one naval incident, and then it was just like, all right, you know what, well, fuck it. We took a whole bunch of land from the Nazis in the Middle East. Let's push the Palestinians around. No one likes them. Literally, no one liked them, and no one still does.
Yeah, that's weird.
Wanna know who got a head start on Great Britain in terms of getting Jews into Palestine, or rather Israel? Nazi Germany had an agreement in 1933 and 1934 called the Havara Agreement, and they essentially tried to ship Jews to Israel. It's
almost like even the peaceful attempts to make a pure ethno state don't work.
I don't know, man.
That's fucking wild. That's absolutely crazy. Isn't like the basic idea behind like Jews and money and banking, doesn't that all stem from a period of time where the Jews basically were being taken care of by a foreign power, and like that culture didn't allow for banking, but the only exception that they allowed was the Jews were allowed to do banking. So
No, that was because Jews were forbidden from owning land in most countries they ended up in. They were like Romani. Basically, they were seen as fucking dirt people. Forbidden from owning land. They were allowed to work in trades such as money lending and the like, because it was thought they would still at least be under the crown's rule in a given time, or the whatever monarch or government there was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I mean, Jews went to money lending and business because none were allowed to own land in Europe for most of that history.
Fuck, I'm gonna look it up because I'm pretty sure it was part of one of my classes at some part.
Well, I mean, if you can find throughout like Western history a nation that was trying to actually help Jews, I'll be impressed. I mean, if it happened.
Yeah. It was okay. So it was sometime after the 7th century in the Byzantine Empire. Once they lost control of Levant, it was the Arab Islamic Empire under Caliph Omar conquered Jerusalem, and the Jews that were left behind were the only people that were effectively allowed to be bankers inside of the community. And so because of that, increased racial tensions with Jews. And people started getting this kind of idea that the Jews were money hungry. They were like, you know, the owners of the coin and that kind of shit. I fucking knew it. I knew it. It was like anywhere from between 7th to 11th century, and it was the Byzantine Empire. Yeah, I think it was in Syria, specifically. Maybe I'll have to keep looking at it. I'll look at it later. It's, you know. It's
the shit had happened long before then. Jews had been known as money lenders and traders and investors long before that point.
That's very true.
Yeah,
that's very true.
Yeah. No, and that was largely rooted. I mean, the whole notion of Jews and money was because outside of any land that they could actually call their own, Jews were typically denied the ability to own land. The entire concept of a ghetto was where you push Jews.
Gotcha. Okay, that's interesting.
Even in Borgia, Italy, or yeah, I mean, it was always that way, and it's like, can't let them own land because land is for, you know, the nobles. Land is for the true-born.
I guess the real question is, once the Jews move to the moon and become MoonJews, are they still going to hold that stigma?
No, it's just that we're going to lease the moon sites out for the vacation properties
at a very reasonable markup. It's going to be
reasonable
fine.
rate.
No, it's
a reasonable rate. Listen, if you buy this timeshare on the moon now, what you'll find is that your grandkids will own wonderful property and only owe 13.5% to the Jew bank.
I know you're memeing.
Yes.
But there actually is a guy that has become a millionaire by selling property on the moon.
Really? No shit.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yep. He wrote to NASA a lengthy treaty explaining to them why their space treaty basically forbids any sort of state from owning the moon, and he claimed it. NASA has never written back to him, so he considers the matter settled. And he's been selling plots of land on the moon ever since.
Is he Jewish? Is he Jewish?
I don't think so. If he is,
I hope
I'm gonna
so.
go full alt-right.
I hope his name is like Ari Rosenberg.
If he's not a Jew, he's trying really hard.
Yeah, but if he is a Jew, he's not an original Jew. Let's all remember, right?
All right.
The chemic community knows you can't get away from them.
No talking, no chemic community. I swear to fucking God, no. All right, super chats. Jesus fucking Christ.
Super chats, and then we move on to the undersubbed.
Yeah. Well, I have one more question for Layman too. Once we're done with the super chats too.
Is it about Jews?
No, it's not about Jews. It's not about Jews.
If it is about traps, I'm gonna. If it is about traps, I'm gonna leave.
No, we're not gonna talk about traps. We'll talk about traps once we go offline and we can like swap videos. Crow says, I have a playlist of all the Layman streams I could find. I listen to them constantly. I fucking love you, Layman. Crow loves you.
Thank you, Mr. What's his name? I can't.
Crow.
Mr. Crow. I'm gonna be putting out my streams back online on Dr Layman, so keep an eye out. I know how to entertain people. Hey.
Yeah. Sweeper Steven says, so a monkey that likes ranting wants to know how much you guys like the tongue butter in the turtle cave. I don't mind some tongue butter in my turtle cave. I don't know. What about you guys?
I retract my opinion on this since I'm clearly biased.
I will withdraw my legs, arms, and head into my protective shell.
Man, normies. Sergeant Buck says, question for the good doctor. Reboot the shrimp shirt on Teespring so I can confuse the normies. Also, I'm the werewolf Chris Farley.
I have no idea who Chris Farley is, but yes. The shirt is coming back pretty soon. And
it's going to come back.
It's going to come back, and we will have the third and last one. And the third shirt is actually gonna be a cute trap lolly shrimp waifu.
Ooh.
So prepare your Angus. Yay.
Gotta Cheese 147. Holy fuck! The first time hearing about you, Dr. Layman, and this is fucking hilarious. Insta subscribe. You better give the doctor a portion of this, Jeff. I'll give him a tip after we go.
I will personally.
You can give me a tip any day.
I will personally ship Layman a bag of shrimp from Shaw's. Just like grocery store shrimp. I'll even get some of the ice. It'll probably be watered then, but the shrimp will still be good. It'll only take 7 or 8 days in the heat.
Right. Zira of Ruin says, love me some enlightened shrimp-pilled alt-centrism. Saints usually help me through Monday morning work, but gotta throw some shekels at you. Very much appreciated. Love you. Spectacular Wanderer, why isn't anyone discussing how Suarez took a dive and Messi gets a penalty goal? Ronaldo falls on his face and gets a red card, then pushes a ref. El Clasico is clearly paid for by the damned MoonJews. MoonJews! I don't know what...
Soccer is garbage. Soccer is fucking garbage.
Oh, yeah?
The only part of that I understood at all was MoonJews.
They're talking about football, I think.
I figured that, yeah.
They're talking about football, aren't they?
So it was a whole bunch of guys who got glanced at with a stern look, and they fell down clutching their knee. Is that what it is? Oh, I'll tell you this much. No, European football. It is the in terms of like professional athletes, it is the home of professional faggots. It's like, oh my God, he grazed my shin.
Oh shit.
My shit!
Crow says again, Layman, I would donate to you instead of Saints, but I know you just wasted money on TeknoAxe. You need help, my dude.
I appreciate that. I needed the wake up call.
Where said I might never ask, where's Michael Gable? Michael Gable is he's living on the moon.
He's off on a mountain retreat right now. He is getting in touch with his inner Buddha self. He is going to come back, the enlightened.
And then board a rocket ship to live with the MoonJews. Rhino, hardest part about fucking a MoonJew is getting your dick through the hole in the sheet in 0 gravity. Fair. The hole through your Zentai suit.
Yeah, clearly you and I went to the same synagogue.
Yeah. Will Francisco, praise the format after a week filled with fear and uncertainty. I'm 2 hours from Charlottesville and have family that are police there. Has made the week rough. Shadowley, my dude. Shadowley to you, sir. Appreciate it. Appreciate your family. Sweeper Steven, I would give more if you guys would answer my question. Do you guys like tongue butter in the turtle cave? I said I do. They opted out. I mean, you can lick my asshole. I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna need like at least another $10 before I know what I think about that.
Philip Stellick, put my name under the other Philip S in the credit roll, wizard. Oh, you have 2 Philip S's in your credit roll. You need 2 Philip S's.
Yeah, no, hit me up on Twitter to remind me. Because this bottle's empty, so who knows what'll happen.
Jables Boogly, should I bother with Patreon or is YouTube failing? My Patreon my Patreon's very healthy, and I like to try and reward my patrons by hanging out with them as much as I can. I mean, that's just how I do it, because whether YouTube pays me or not is not going to stop me from making videos. It just isn't.
One thing, I'm going to say this much. I mean, I could always use more patrons because, yeah, it's not exactly... let's just say that the electric bill is in arrears, but I pay the bare minimum, and that works.
Yeah.
But
we get to do what we love.
Yeah, we get to do what we love. And here's what I've been thinking, though, recently about Super Chat, especially with all this shit about YouTube. And it's not a go-to yet. And if you want to support the Saints this way and we decide to go this way, we'll let you know. But I've been thinking, as YouTube decides that they're going to try and fuck all of us in the ass with a dry rubber cock, right? That maybe
We'll get to it. Keep going.
I was thinking that maybe it might be a good idea to start looking a little bit more at PayPal.me, because here's the thing. If YouTube and Google as services and platforms are going to be the kind who want to marginalize and fuck people like us over,
sure,
right? It might not be worth giving money to them directly.
Well, okay.
Super Chat goes 30%. Now, here's the thing. I love a Super Chat. Take them all day. And this is something I want to discuss later, but I think it is something that we ought to start looking at as a community, which I'm not even really seeing myself a part of, but I think it's worth looking at. That looking at alternative funding schemes to stop letting Google and YouTube profiteer off of the work of people that they don't respect.
Here's the problem though. Here's the problem. So I did a Korean stream earlier this week, and I turned off Super Chat, and I put a link for an alternative tipping service that would actually even like pop up, and it's like a big ta-da sort of thing. Nobody used it. Nobody used it. And I don't blame anybody. I'm not mad about it. Like, it's fine. I did the video because I wanted to do the video, so it doesn't bother me at all. But it made me realize that the main reason why people love Super Chat is because it's so easy. You type in, you're having a good time, you're watching your show, you're having a chat, and you're like, dude, I have something I want them to absolutely see, and then you fucking tip them out for it. It's just, I think it's moving so towards easy.
It is. But at the end of my Google video, and this is why I say this, at the end of my Google video, my audience came out and fucking tipped me out over $100 for one video, saying, you know what, fuck yeah. And a number of them were patrons. Like, yeah, I support this. I'm not saying stop super chatting us and all of this. I'm not saying this. I'm saying that this is something that the community,
it would be kind of nice if somebody...
It's something to start looking at. Because if we can stop patroning, if we can stop giving money to an organization and a website, and yeah, you know what, it might take a little extra effort, but if we can get to a point in which we can maybe stop paying a website that doesn't respect us, stop paying a website that doesn't care about us, and actually start supporting our creators more directly in a way that shows that we don't give a fuck what Google thinks, that we're about what we think and we're about what we say, and we want to have these conversations ourselves, and we're going to use their platform. That's fine. But we're not gonna give them 30% of people's thoughts.
My big thing is, if somebody decides that they want to like tip out $5, I want to make sure that that $5 is actually gonna go where it needs to go, and YouTube isn't gonna be fucking like, you know, taking a huge chunk out of what people are wanting to be.
Well,
wanting to be generous with. It's fucked up.
You know what? Let's do this. We've been talking on this for a while. We're beyond the format now. But everyone, if you guys in the chat there, like, smash a 1. If you're the kind of person who'd be willing to actually open a new tab and tip out YouTube Saints without giving Google 30%.
Right.
And while we do that, and I'm going to keep my eye on the chat, let's move on, because this is an important part, and this is the undersub of the week. Now, this was brought to us.
We'll get to the rest of the super chats in a minute.
Yeah, this undersubbed, as we're starting to do now, was actually suggested by Layman himself. Now, part of what we're doing with the undersubbed, we want people who we want our guests especially to show off the channels that they enjoy, and we especially like it when they're not political and all supercharged with all kinds of shit, right?
Right. Yeah.
So this particular one, I'm going to leave it up to Layman to describe it, but this is a channel that's really just about something that's fun and enjoyable. And Layman, if you want to describe this yourself.
Right, and now I feel fucking horrible because I don't have anything prepared, and I don't want to cast a bad light on people I really enjoy.
Why do you like this channel?
Okay, so Snipe and Wib, they have amazing chemistry. They are a couple, or even a married couple, if I understand it correctly. They like Warhammer 40k, and they play all kinds of games. They are pretty knowledgeable about this stuff. They do good content, and they have really, really clickbaity thumbnails that I massively enjoy.
All right, let's check it out. Especially if anybody is out there a fan of Games Workshop games, like this is going to be up your alley.
Recently, the 8th edition of Warhammer 40,000 was released, and whilst we're sure there's plenty of videos with opinions about how it has either saved or ruined the game, we thought that instead, we'd take a look back through the mists of time to 987.m2, or 1987 if you don't want to play along, and the very first edition of 40k known as Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader.
Ah, the golden years. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Just look at the fucking... Oh, just look at the visuals, my man.
I know.
That's where it's at.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Written by Rick Priestley, this first edition of the game was very different from the game we know today. In many ways, it shared more in common with RPGs like Dungeons and Dragons, even going as far as having it.
That old school fucking Land Raider, what the fuck? That's intense.
Get iron pilled.
Oh, get iron pilled, yeah, dude. Oh my god.
Extra player as a games master or GM to oversee the game. And it got even more interesting in the lore department. You see, Rogue Trader's lore was a bit all over the place. There's plenty of it that's still canon even now, 30 years later, but there's also stuff in there that was jettisoned out of an airlock at the first available opportunity.
So, with all that in mind, here's 10 weird and wonderful things from Rogue Trader, in no particular order.
Time to switch me shooter from tickle to slap.
Probably the
What?
Oh man, I love orcs. I fucking adore orcs.
Yeah, no, me too. Me too. Orcs are pretty much like the saving grace when things are getting a little too serious when it comes to Warhammer. Like, just bring in the fucking orcs. They're perfect.
First thing you'll notice when you peruse a Rogue Trader rulebook is how the artwork is both amazingly 80s and, shall we say, erratic in quality. It's used to the very refined look of modern 40k, then seeing a squat with Slam Sector on his space surfboard, or an assault marine who desperately needs to take a piss.
You may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like.
Yeah.
Honestly, no. Denying the Marine the ability to piss makes him very eager to get his duties over and done with that much quicker.
Yeah.
For the Emperor.
I still to this day am super pissed that they've never brought the squats back for 40k. That's so obnoxious. What the fuck? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, it can be a little jarring.
Honestly, these books are worth reading for the artwork alone. Looking through a modern book, it's just very obvious it's a product of a large professional company, whereas this stuff is just so raw and unpolished, it comes across as, I don't know, less corporate and more honest, or something. It's kind of endearing.
It also leads to some pretty wildly different interpretations of things, especially in how they draw Space Marine armor. Sometimes they have backpacks, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're barehanded, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're skinny, sometimes they're walking piles of beef.
I fucking love it. So I have to ask Layman, what's your favorite 40k army?
Back in the day, I used to play Grey Knights, Black Templar, a very special kind of orc regiment. Basically, I took orcs, but I played them rank and file. I basically made them. I bought a bunch of you know what Mordian is? The Mordian honor guard.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Basically, they are like an 18th century file rank musketeers, essentially, with their blue uniforms. And I gave those tiny little blue caps to every single one of my orc boys. I made my orcs fight in file and rank. So yeah, those were my main three armies.
That's amazing. Damn. Mine was always Slanesh. Always Slanesh, no matter what.
Ah, fuck off.
Nah. And then when Sisters of Battle came out, I mean, like, sexy battle nuns have to do it.
Here's the thing. I don't genuinely know many genuine, proper, honest Sisters of Battle fans, but I know that just about everyone collects them because they look so fucking amazing.
They do. The models are incredible. They're incredible. Oh my god. And can you just, like, okay. You've been bad, Sister Barry Eustace. It's time to, like, peel off your power armor and spank you. Like, oh my god, fuck, dude. The fan slash art just writes itself. It's absolutely amazing.
Although one of the more adorable things is how they often have words like hate or kill written on their armor. And speaking of Space Marines...
Vigilance, brothers. Always vigilance.
In the original Rogue Trader rulebook, they established 12 Space Marine chapters, although the book tells you that it's only 11 for some reason. Maybe it's a test by the Inquisition to see if you notice. But anyway, the chapters might not necessarily be the ones you'd expect. They are as follows. The Blood Angels, the Blood Drinkers, the Crimson Fists, the Dark Angels, the Flesh Eaters, the Flesh Terrors.
Flesh Eaters? No shit. That's weird.
Wait, the chapters in Rogue Trader are fucking insane. Like, you are in for a wild fucking ride.
Yeah, you sound like a Dragon Ball Z fan from the 90s who was like, Goku had a tail?
Yeah.
What?
Okay, let's hear the rest of the roster.
the Iron Hands, the Rainbow Warriors,
Rainbow-
Kylie Minogue, the Space Wolves, the Ultra
Wait. It was not Kylie Minogue.
It wasn't. It
Angels,
wasn't.
the Flesh Eaters, the Flesh Terrors, the Iron Hands, the Rainbow Warriors, Kylie
Silver Skulls. Okay. I get it. All right.
Minogue, the Space Wolves, the Ultramarines, and the White Scars.
Some of these would go on to be pretty important in the setting, and some would end up in relative obscurity. So it's kind of fun to see the Ultramarines, the literal poster child of 40k, displayed on equal footing with the Rainbow Warriors, who've only been mentioned in passing a few times in the 3 decades since their creation.
Rainbow Warriors!
That's a very...
And here's the thing what I love about Snipe and Wib. They, this is some obscure shit they are digging out, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they are presenting it with so much confidence. They genuinely seem to know their shit, and I love that. Absolutely adore that.
This is really, really good production quality that they're bringing out. This is really good.
It is.
This is amazing. Damn. Fuck. No. I
You want to keep going?
You don't sound that enthusiastic.
No. Actually, here's the thing. I don't know the first fucking thing about Warhammer 40k at all.
Okay.
I am genuinely finding this video intriguing.
It is really intriguing. Okay,
Well, what else do you have?
Yeah.
Hey, before, give me a pause. Okay, if any one of you decides to check out Snipe and Wib, say hi from Dr. Layman, please.
Okay.
Please do that for me.
Yeah, absolutely. They're familiar with you then.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be famous, but do that thing.
Warriors. Not only were the poor bastards probably named after a boat that was sunk, but they get even less love from GW than the sisters do.
This quiet offends Slanesh.
Oh.
Human mutation is a common theme in 40k, and Rogue Trader was no exception. In fact, there's a huge chart with nearly 100 different mutations should you wish to create a mutant.
Okay.
So, rather than just describe the rules, let's go ahead and make ourselves a mutant. The rules state that to make a mutant, you start with a basic creature, so let's start with a basic human. We'll call him Dennis.
They had to pick the name Dennis. Okay, alright.
Normally, you'd roll a d3 to see how many mutations they'd get, but we're going to cheat a bit here and say we rolled a 3 so the guy has the maximum number of mutations possible. After that, we just need to roll a d100 to see what each one is.
First we roll a 53, which is long legs. The creature has enormously long legs. This is quite advantageous in some situations, allowing the creature to traverse difficult and very difficult ground with only half of the normal penalty.
Okay.
Next we get 63, which is multiple arms. The creature is blessed with multiple arms. These enable additional close combat weapons to be carried and hence additional attacks. And it seems we have to roll again to see how many arms we get. And we roll a 5, which means 4 extra arms.
Okay.
It's almost like listening to Sugar Tits give us a breakdown of this shit too, isn't it?
It kind of is, yeah.
I'd say that would come in handy.
No.
On the final roll, we get 21, which is crystalline body. The creature's body appears to be made from a form of living glass. It is tough but inflexible. Basically, he's tougher, but his armor is weaker. So, there we go. A few rolls later and our perfectly normal human is now Dennis, the long-legged crystal man spider.
Welcome to Rogue Trader, my dude.
So, yeah. If you guys wanted to know why to watch this, honestly, I'm not even into Warhammer 40k, and I'm subscribed to this channel now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I want to learn about it from these people.
It's so good. It's so good. Yeah. No, I'm gonna go subscribe.
Yeah,
actually, right
exactly. You know what?
Yeah.
They created a MoonJew right there.
They created a MoonJew. They created a MoonJew.
A long-legged crystal man spider. That's basically a MoonJew right there.
That's fucking incredible. Yeah. And by all means,
maybe I've said too much.
If you do go and subscribe, make sure you say hi from Dr. Layman. You can mention the YouTube Saints if you want to as well, but yeah. By all means.
Let him know Dr. Layman had a hand in it. So
yeah,
we've gotten through our undersubbed, and this is a channel you really should go subscribe to because it genuinely describes. And here's, if nothing else, too, even if you don't like Warhammer 40k, but you know the memes, go and learn where they are with something that's non-political. Take time off from being a culture warrior and enjoy this shit. This is fun.
It is fun.
But getting back into the culture war, we've got ourselves an oversubbed.
Ooh.
And we got to get to the oversubbed.
Let's get the oversubbed, then we'll hit the super chats again.
Yep, we'll hit the oversubbed and then hit the super chats because you guys have been very gracious, even though Google's a bunch of cunts.
Google is.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered what it'd be like if you were at a Greyhound station at like 2 a.m, and then some dude came up to you and wanted to talk to you about how we need to preserve our culture? You want to know what they? Yeah. Have you ever wondered what a guy in the middle of a Greyhound station at 2 a.m. looks like? He got a haircut because he lost a bet after he like puffed a whole bunch of fucking Febreze through a fucking sock. Oh, that nitrous, right? Yeah. We're about to show you what that is, and our oversub of the week is
well,
Baked Alaska.
It's Baked Alaska.
It's Baked Alaska, nigga.
Oh, oh.
Build the wallet just got 10 feet higher. Build the wallet just got 10 feet strong.
And my cock just got 3 inches shorter.
Quick reminder, this is not cringe of the week.
This is not the cringe of the week.
Mate,
no.
Mate, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm actually gonna buy those glasses. They're fucking amazing.
They are pretty good glasses. They're not.
They really do.
They are not, however, nearly as good as these glasses. Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah, it was amazing that you had me. I have to go now. I have to go forever.
Honestly, Layman, why would you be talking like this? I can't do my crowd right now. It's been a while since I talked to him. Fuck.
Honestly, Layman, we've had you on here this long. Why would you bother dropping out now?
I know exactly how to do that. I know how to summon the crowd impression. I have to say, oh, for fuck's sake. There we go. That's how you
It was fucking
for
gay.
fuck's sake. Layman, listen, I've got thousands of more subscribers than you do. Thousands. And that's thousands with an F, if you were wondering. So
don't make fun of his speech impediment. I love that man so much.
You call an accent a speech impediment. I like that. Yeah.
You know, the one thing I'm really happy about is that I basically don't have an accent at all. Makes it much easier for me.
Oh yes, you do know. I'm getting better and better at your accent, Layman, as it happens.
No, Layman doesn't actually have an accent. Layman has a vocal inflection that is so fucking unique. It's not really an accent, because I've never heard anybody that sounds like you. Never.
Well, visit Luxembourg, you may find some people, I guess.
I mean, if I could find some hot chick with a big throbbing penis that sounds like you, I might be kind of complete as a person.
You can find that at Luxembourg. I mean, that's kind of what Luxembourg's tourist industry is built around.
I'm booking my tickets right now. Anyway, so yeah, let's keep going for.
Continue with this horse shit.
Yeah.
Build the wallet just got 10 feet higher and build and build and build and just
Okay,
build
stop.
the wall.
Is he wearing fake
I want to
grill?
point out that this is in no way genuinely embarrassing.
No.
To honky ass white people who really are just going through it. I mean, like, you know, genuine actual redneck crackers who just got their own grind. This is in no way embarrassing to them with this you know, like little fuckstick being a fucking twink, like, I know Milo, so I can be a fucking faggot on the internet. Yeah.
No, okay, and here's another thing that pisses me off about this too. Something that really bothers me is like, so this dude's adopting redneck culture. And I know a lot of fucking rednecks. A lot of my family are rednecks, and they're actually really cool, chill, great people. I got a lot of love for rednecks. I'm kind of a redneck. If I go in the sun, my neck, motherfucker, gets red. This fucking dude used to work for BuzzFeed. He used to work for fucking BuzzFeed.
Oh, but no, he doesn't work for BuzzFeed anymore. He's woke as fuck.
Oh,
to the white nation.
Oh,
like, you know, he's here to help save his culture, because standing beneath like fake wood Venetian shades and
and he's trying to like rock the
being an embarrassing like it's basically like what would have happened if Chris Rock have ever discovered the trap beat. Yeah,
the Hulk
it was
Hogan
Kid Rock, not Chris Rock. Kid Rock. It's Kid Rock meets Hulk Hogan meets trap beats.
Right.
And more than that though is like this isn't a guy who knows how to be genuinely funny. Let me give you this too, because honestly, fuck the rest of this guy's video. We didn't need to go through it. The fucking height of my week, Tim Heidecker of Tim and Eric Awesome Show, great job, right?
Yep, great show.
Yeah, it was a good show. Now they're not the greatest comic minds ever, but you know what? They come out with some fucking funny shit. They are funny guys.
Yeah.
And Big Alaska here was because Tim Heidecker has got a show called Decker CIA, and that's what his thing was. Decker. It was Tim Heidecker, CIA, on his Twitter profile. He says, "Hey, dude, change CIA to GAY." And Heidecker asked why. It's like, "Cause it'd be funny. And he does it. He's like, "All right, well, I'll do that if you take comedian out of your bio."
No.
Then he went ahead and did
Yeah.
it. He went ahead and did it, and he changed it to, Tim Heidecker gay. And he's like, "Seriously, bro, I will send you a gallon of milk if you take comedian out of your bio." Because this is the thing. Alt-right comedians are not actually funny.
Not really.
As I mean, if they get to be funny, that'd be wonderful. I love funny. But this isn't funny. This guy isn't funny. This guy is if he's funny, it's because he's a lolcow. I got kicked out of my Uber! Oh, God!
I'm not gonna lie. This kind of video is exactly the type of content I absolutely love. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, this is the type of stuff I watch to wind down. This is like this gets the Layman seal of approval. Genuinely.
Like, well, nothing I have ever done on the internet could ever be this bad. Okay, good. Let's roll with this. You know what? Even at my worst, I'm not this stupid.
Fucking Baked Alaska. This fucking guy, I swear to God. Anyway, so let's we gotta get to some super chats real quick so we can clear this up. Then I have a question for Layman, and then we have our cringe of the week. So on to super chats. We have Rhino says Nick loves Five Guys in his mouth. Don't we all? Ideal. All
in and around my mouth space.
Just get in it. Just get in it.
You know what? Yeah,
that's gonna be,
what? Like,
that's gonna be a
what?
gift. Goddamn.
Motherfucker, if eating a bacon double cheeseburger that is soaked in more grease than a Philly cheesesteak makes me gay, I am goddamn Liberace.
Fuck. Ideological limbo. Spent most of my shekels on hookers and blow, as you should. Not enough for a bottle, but enjoy some funny money. Kawaii Kelmies desu, my dudes.
Is this what you get for having me on? To be honest,
they send comments about cummies to me every week, every fucking week, man.
Jeff made the mistake of letting it be known what words he doesn't like.
Yeah, and now people have to super chat them all the fucking time. Cummies, Steel Panthers, Jonathan Davis. Simple as that. Ideological limbo. I haven't heard any Steel Panthers or Jonathan Davis yet, but the night's young. Ideological limbo. Sweeper Steven says, "Does Five Guys serve tongue butter in the turtle cave?"
Probably. Depends on which one you go to.
If you know how to ask. There's a guy. There's a guy named Raul. He looks very sweaty behind the counter, a little nervous. But if you know the code word, he becomes instantly relaxed, and he will lick your butthole.
Yeah.
Trust me.
But it does also depend on the franchise. So if you try that in Alabama, try that in Alabama, might not work the same as it would in San Diego.
It's true. It's true. Gonzo Duke, can Layman say squirrel?
This has been fucking following me since about I had like 300 subscribers. Squirrel.
You just have
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
You just have to mush mouth it. Squirrel.
Hey, you got it. No, the
Yeah,
first time.
that's
first
exactly.
time,
No,
first
yeah,
time.
that was perfect. That was perfect. That's,
First time. Yep.
It's
Yep.
squirrel. It's like it's
Squirrel.
it's if you were
Squirrel.
it's if it's a SKREWL. Squirrel.
I am not gonna further embarrass myself.
All right,
over
all
here.
right.
He's gonna end up having an epileptic fit as a.
Worst Edomite ever. Since Michael Gable isn't here, I will do this even though Nick is a butthurt socialist. And a big tip out. Thank you very much, Edomite. That's very sweet of you.
It really goes a lot. I mean, that kind of money really does go very hard, like very far in terms of the revolution. So thank you, comrade.
Thank you, comrade. Sanguine Matchamein, shit, I didn't see the link, else I would have. No worries, dude. I think at this point they're talking about the alternate link, which is fine. Jables Boogly, Jeff, when you tried to do that other service, it wouldn't let me pay for my phone. I know, it's you know, that's why Super Chat is so powerful, is because it's implemented how it works. Cryptic says, I fucking hate, wow, Jesus Christ, there's a lot of fucking Super Chats. I fucking hate paying YouTube 30%, and we hate you paying 30% to YouTube as well. We'd rather it be an honest between you and us, and like what you pay is what you get. Like we'd rather have that. Kenneth G, I am down to support you in any way, but you'll never see me talking to you, and that makes me a sad Ken Boo-hoo. Love you, fucker Shadowlate. Why not? Where do you live? I might come to your town. You never know. Jester Blue.
I will come to your house.
I will come to your house.
I will come to your house.
I will come to your house, and I will fuck you.
I will come in your house.
You got that? No, you got it right there. That's a verbal contract right there. Like, so you give him your address, Jeff can come around, he gonna fuck you. It's a good time.
I am pretty slutty. Jester Blue says, you would play Slanesh, you goddamn degenerate. It's true. That's why I like Slanesh. Joshua Smith, have some of my shit Australian money. Should give you about $2 American, keeping boss niggas, and Dr. Lay has one sexy voice. He does.
I don't.
Yes,
This
you
is
do.
the voice you get for sucking feminine penises all day, every day.
It's good to
No,
know.
it's the accent you get from doing that. The voice is just your own natural thing. Embrace it, nigga.
Yep. It's a whole...
Alrighty then, my nigger.
Yeah!
There we go. Jables
There we
Boogly.
go.
Jables Boogly, I'm playing a D&D campaign where I play a half-orc paladin with 15 wisdom and 5 intelligence. I had a lot of fun trying to run across a still lake. Another player attempted to grease me up so my armor wouldn't rust. P.S. Much love to Dr. Layman. Aww. Also, I would love to DM for the skeptics. DM, is that dual mastication on penises?
No,
Double
DM means Dungeon Master. It's basically another term for Game Master.
Oh, he
Someone
wants-
who's
oh.
overseeing the game.
You want to run a campaign for us? That would actually be kind of cool. I might be into that, actually.
I don't even know how the game works, but I would play it.
I would totally fucking
We
play
actually do have a Pathfinder campaign running at the moment. So if you want to look into it, something fell
So
down.
wait a
I don't know
second.
what
Wait a
to-
second. Is this opening the door to a YouTube Saints Warhammer campaign?
There's not really a pen and paper 40K system.
Oh,
there is
fuck
Warhammer
off. Oh,
Fantasy.
fuck off. No, dude.
Red pill me.
Dude. There are at least 3 different pen and paper systems. The most widely known Dark Heresy. You do have pretty damn funny, hilarious Warhammer 40K pen and
Is that
paper.
actually like a tabletop role playing system?
It's not. It doesn't have a big tabletop element to it, but it is full on pen and paper. Yeah.
Really?
Like you have actually like role playing. You can play like in the last campaign I played a sanctioned psycho.
Okay.
I was just batshit insane. I collected tiny plastic figurines of the Primarchs.
Okay.
Shit like that. So yeah, it's
Much
actually,
like
it
a
works,
real
it's
player.
funny.
No, that's amazing. No, I'll get the details from you at some point. Cause
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
I missed that shit.
Audience. We've got 606 people, 60 people watching. You guys are the hardcore YouTube Saints audience. You go ahead and smash one if you want to see a midweek YouTube Saints Warhammer 40K stream.
Yeah, where we role play all sorts of awful, intolerable shit, and we fail miserably. Estras Yovel, I got into the Warhammer fandom through 40K, but Warhammer Fantasy is the better consistent lore, and I like it better. Age of Sigmar sucks. I have played a lot of Warhammer Fantasy. Age of Sigmar is questionable. I will agree with you on that. Rhino, that new Thor Ragnarok trailer looks like shit. I mean, I don't know. I'm just burnt out on Marvel movies, honestly. I don't know what to say.
Oh my.
I'm burnt out, man. I'm burnt out. That's
Jeff,
a lot of ones.
no,
I'm looking.
Yeah.
That's a lot of ones. We're gonna have to start doing more than just. We're gonna have to start doing more than just a Sunday show, I think.
All right, so do you guys want like a midweek thing? Because I'd be happy to play a role-playing game or whatever.
That'd be fun, dude. That'd be cool.
Yeah. All right, you know what? You won. Yep. Stop with the ones. Stop with the ones. Stop it. Stop it. It's enough ones.
Keep them going, my dudes. Just more ones. Smash that one for me, daddy. Smash that one. Smash that one for me, daddy. Smash that one for me.
Enough ones.
Smash it like you're smashing my.
Oh my god, we got binary now. Good job, Jeff.
You smashing my turtle
binary.
box.
I'm so fucking done.
Smash it
Move
for
on.
me. Smash it for me, daddy. Okay, so anyway, Gonzo Duke. Chris Rock is Kid Rock. Finkel is Einhorn. Mind blown. I don't think so, unless Kid Rock is wearing a lot of blackface. Neko Gamer James, why is Steve Shives acting like that wig is real? Who knows? Ooh, more ones. Ooh, look at you. Ooh, my fucking taint is jiggling with this shit. I'm into it.
They really want this shit.
I know, man. They're into it. They like it. We'll have to give them what they want.
I've never seen the chat this active.
That's Fury, dude. That's Fury right there. That's amazing. I feel fucking energized by this shit. I feel great.
Well, shall we say, finish the last super chat and then we'll move on to the last portion for the Emperor. We've
got six more. Milady Cleric, Nick can be the freak at the end of my leash. Ooh, and I see her thumbnail. She's pretty. Dead Bear, let's not forget Rob Schneider triggers Jeff. Yes, he does. Fuck Rob Schneider in his stupid, dirty, filthy, fucking lying asshole. Worst Edomite ever. I was Matt Nunya on Twitter, Nick. Oh. He got banned. He was a bad boy on Twitter. I've been talking to Matt quite a bit lately.
All right, well, you remind me of that when I'm sober.
All right, yeah. Jables Boogly, Dungeon Master, yes. Miscellaneous Glitch podcast excerpts, yeah. Warhammer Fantasy 2nd Edition is awesome, simple and fun. I would be willing to GM. We'll have to talk. Naverful, fucking do it. Saints D&D campaign would be glorious. Now, we got more, but we're going to take a pause there. Because, I swear to God, we have to stem the tide. You people are beautiful, and I love you so much. I have a question for you, Dr. Layman, before we get into the cringe of the week.
Yes, I hate myself.
No. And it's not a question about traps.
Okay.
From the European perspective, how fucking ridiculous does America look right now after yesterday?
That's actually a really tough question. See, if I take only like the sort of mainstream media at face value, right?
Mm-hmm.
In that case, America is basically taken over by brown shirts. The Nazi Party is coming in full force. They are driving trucks of peace into people. We need to crack down on nationalism and white supremacy. This is the end of the world. Holy fuck, nuke the United States.
Right.
From a more sort of neutral perspective, I mean, it's a big nasty protest.
It is a big nasty protest. So we have this video. Do you have the link handy? Because we can't my circle this to share it with Layman. Can you send that to him, Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
okay.
he's already got the my circle link.
No, I know, but the CNN the fucking video that we're gonna watch here.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Come on. There we go.
So we said we were gonna talk about it a little bit more. So the protests with the alt-right having their like torch-lit fucking vigil in Charlottesville, Virginia. Our cringe of the week, everybody, is a copious amount of people trying to talk about. We're talking about the Tiki Mob. The Tiki Mob is our cringe of the week. I can't share the audio from this with Layman, but Nick just shared it with him. We're gonna watch this video from the CNN front page. Let's check it out.
One people, one nation, and immigration.
One people, one nation, end immigration. White nationalists carrying torches marched in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Who were white, we're honoring all of the great white men who are being smeared and defamed and torn down.
They're protesting the city's decision to remove a Robert E. Lee statue. That is a very, very important component. A very important component of what they were doing. But how they did it...
Yeah, if you're gonna be talking this kind of shit, one people, one nation, and immigration, there's nothing to fucking do with the statue, dickhead.
This march was hours before another white nationalist rally expected to draw thousands. And then the reaction basically from like the mayor of Charlottesville and the governor and that sort of thing. Now, while we talk about this, I'm going to start pulling up a couple of images from this little rally here. It is a fascinating concept that I'm not going to get distracted by Nick hiccuping from too much wine.
Well, from yelling.
Or
it's the yelling.
It
was the yelling that did it.
It's a fascinating concept that in 2017 we went from these multicolored haired regressive people yelling about
rainbow colored
twinks yelling about how all white people are racist, to now we have open white nationalists marching around a fucking statue chanting, and it's not on the video but you can find it, blood and soil, and throwing fucking Roman salutes out in the middle of this like tiki torch fucking mob.
Yeah.
Now,
Walmart and Bass Pro Shop apparently had sales on the same day, and then all these guys got together and said, "Fuck it, I ain't got shit else to do."
Yeah. Now, there's a few ways that you can take this. You could take it on the level of, well, there's a group of people, they feel like their identity is threatened, and so they want to go and protest against it. On the other side, you can take it as a bunch of fucking edgelords decided they were all going to get together, they're going to try and meme together and make a societal change while they're wearing their pressed nice linen fucking polo shirts and their bought from Home Depot tiki torches to try and look edgy.
Would not let them leave the house if they were not looking appropriate.
Right. And honestly, this is fucking embarrassing. This is extremely embarrassing. I have a very serious fucking problem with this entire situation. And it's not necessarily because I don't agree with people's ability to protest. Like, it's fine to be able to protest, even if your ideas are absolute garbage. But at least for the sake of your own fucking dignity, can you fucking please not
make your own torches?
Well, first of all, make your own fucking torches, and otherwise not prove the point of everybody who is ideologically against you. For fuck's sake, you're wearing these fancy, well-priced, very fashionable polo shirts. These affluent fucking pasty white boys with their fucking...
I want to show, that's the thing, is that white boys like that, they're, they're affluent because, their dads did something. Just like the way that they're entitled to a country because people who look like them back a long time ago did something.
So somebody,
I might be a hiccuping drunk, but I can still make more sense than these simpering fuckwits who want to take citronella candles to a goddamn monument for a fucking protest.
Somebody was saying that I was basically saying people need to dress less well to be taken seriously. Honestly, yes, I do.
Yeah,
I fucking do.
If you're gonna be the oppressed underclass, and let's not fucking mince ideas here. These people are working on the same like victim mentality that the SJWs are. End of fucking story. And if they want to be taken seriously, they need to do two things. One, not look like a bunch of fucking clowns in public every time they show up. A bunch of angry fucking You know, I mean, you take the Black Lives Matter parody of what a white person looks like.
Yeah,
that's them. But more than that, though, too. If they want to make a real statement, their leaders, their thought leaders, their public personas, need to stop saying one thing in public and another in private. If you want a bloody race war, say you want a race war, faggot. Stop being a coward and hiding in fucking Skype groups.
Just fucking say it. Just
story.
fucking say it.
Yeah, like, just be a man, be a big white man, yeah? Be a man.
Okay.
And stand behind the courage of convictions and stop being a fucking pussy all the goddamn time and pretending that it's some kind of civic idealism that you have.
Here's the
you
problem.
You think that you are special because of your skin color. Because people who shared your skin color managed to do things that you could never in a million years do. And you're rationalizing this notion that your life is otherwise irrelevant, that you will never accomplish anything unless you can cling on to the fact that other people who look somewhat like you did something that you could never do. If you can't get past that and be honest with yourself about what you're actually speaking to, then stop speaking. Go fuck yourself. Go back to your fucking Stormfront forums. Go back to your poll, and just masturbate until you die, hoping that some piece of not fat white pussy will give a fuck one day.
Fat chance. Ah, here's the thing. So these guys, they decide they feel oppressed. Persecution complexes are important in today's dichotomous conversation when it comes to race and the political sphere.
By the way, that cured my hiccups.
Good. I'm glad. But the thing is when you look at these guys, here, let's bring them up one more time. When you look at these guys, I am more Nordic than any of these fucking low-T sexist shit. I am white, just as white as they are. Now, they feel like they are under persecution. They feel like they are under attack. You know what? I tell you what. I'll be honest with you. So do I. When you look at college campuses, you look at the very basic socio-political sphere, you look at the corporatized money that's going into MTV, going into popular culture, going into fucking Google. We saw it just this week. With Google Gulag, talking about how we can't have a diversity of opinions. We have to have a diversity of things that we can't control. Like
who inspired them? Who inspired that?
Exactly. But here's the thing. Do I feel like I'm under attack just like they feel that they're under attack? Yes. Yes, I do. I absolutely do. I'm very copacetic and I understand where they're coming from. But you know what I'm not going to fucking do? I'm not going to make an absolute fucking ass out of myself. I'm not going to go out and with a bunch of these fucking jack-off dickheads with their fucking... Oh my god, just cringe fucking techniques to try and intimidate people into thinking that America, the land of diversity, is going to somehow rally behind our rallying call of white makes right. We're going to have an ethno state. White pride, we need a place to secure the presence of our people. No, I'm not going to fucking do that. And you know why I'm not going to fucking do that? Simple as this. Have you ever met a fat booty black trap? In the white pure ethno state, you're never ever gonna get it. You're never gonna get it. It will be taken from you. Can't fuck an Asian girl. Can't fuck a giant fat booty black fucking trap with a nice veiny cock. None of that. Interesting, fantastic, weird, fascinating things that we enjoy every day. Music. Do you like music? Well, I hate to break this to you. Without black people, most of the music we listen to would have never been invented. In a white ethno
don't you know
state.
that is degeneracy?
Oh, it almost sounds like you're saying that type of music would be haram.
In the sense, you know.
Isn't that interesting? Isn't that fucking interesting?
Here's the thing. I think that a group of people fundamentally has the right to decide what happens on their property.
Sure.
And a state, in a sense, is an extension of that. So I think give them a platform, let them make their point, you know, or fine and dandy. But at the same time, imagine. I know that you don't have to imagine this because you actually are in the position, but imagine how it feels for people somewhat in the middle between those two extremes. Like the left wants to censor your opinion, the right wants to censor the art you consume. It's like you're fucked either way.
Yeah, but you know
You are
what I
fucked
love
either
about
way,
that?
yeah.
No, what I love about that is it reminds, it's that perfect reminder though, that it's not worth listening to these dumb fucks.
Nope.
These like simpering cunts who think that their race defines them, and that your race defines you, and that everyone's race defines everyone. And
What a horrible fucking concept. That's horrifying to me.
I'm not against giving these people a platform. I'm happy they have a platform. I feel bad. I do feel bad about the fact that they got their platform by basically coattailing on the other intellectuals who took issue with identity politics to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, hey, we can get in on this. And you know what? If we're really clever, and we bullshit people enough and we lie through our teeth for long enough, then maybe we can get some of these people who think that identity politics is bullshit to actually just say that certain type of identity politics is bullshit, but our type is great. You know what? Hey, maybe we can coattail in on this. These people are snakes in the fucking grass. They are scum.
They are.
They are scum. They are scum not just in the general sense in which it's like, oh, racists are scum. No. You know what? I mean, I have more respect for an open and avowed clan member or Aryan Nation brother than I do for most of these alt-right cunts.
So do I.
Because they don't have the courage of the convictions it takes to generally say, until they're sure that enough people agree with them, that I believe white people are superior to other people.
Right. No, I agree with you. I agree. I would rather have a conversation with somebody who is absolutely forthright and being like, I believe this with all conviction, than somebody who's going to try and mince words and twist things around to try and make some snaky little fucking point.
And the sad thing is too is we've seen so many of these people already do that.
Yeah, no, I would rather...
So that unless somebody straight up says,
honest.
I hate niggers, and America ought to be a white man's country, until somebody actually steps forward and says that. If it's one of these countries like, no, I think an ethno-state is just good. I'm like, sorry, the guys you probably listen to say that in public and say an entirely different thing in private.
I have to say,
sorry.
I
can't give you the respect.
I will thank the alt-right on one ground. And that is, the more alt-right that there are, the less competition I have for tapping some nice, thick, fat, booty black bitches. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
You know what?
That
might be it. Layman, do you have something you want to throw in here? Because I think that is the perfect place to end.
Here's the thing.
What's your opinion on big black booty?
That actually is the one thing I'm willing to chime in on.
Yeah.
I love women of all colors, shapes, and forms. I love men of all colors, shapes, and forms.
Sure.
And no one is going to tell me who I can or cannot bring into my bedroom. But at the same time, I would like to refrain from making any big statement on the alt-right. I'm just not... I'm not an activist, you know?
The data is not there yet.
I mean, I know you're memeing me up, but I really don't have much data on hand on it. So I think it would be dishonest for me to make any wide swooping statements about them or SJWs or Marxism or something like that, because it deserves far more attention than it's currently getting, and far more sort of nuanced attention. And I'm not attacking you, right? If you decide I want to do activism, I want to do political activism, go ahead.
We're doing drunk podcasting, but you're speaking solid truth there. Honestly,
I'm trolling for hot interracial white genocide. Sex.
He wants some big black booty. I however genuinely don't respect ideologies, which I look at thoroughly, and I look at them thoroughly.
Yeah,
but
let's do some super chats. Let's do some super chats,
and then and then we're gonna end on the note of big black booty, one way or another.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Booty traps. Oh,
big black booty.
Big booty traps.
Absolutely fantastic. Jables Boogly, Dungeon Master, yes. No, we'll talk soon. Miscellaneous Glitch podcast excerpts. Yeah, Warhammer Fantasy 2nd Edition is awesome, simple and fun. Would be willing to GM. We'll talk. Naverful, fucking do it. Saints D&D campaign would be glorious. Buffalo Guy 1991. I got all 4 games on PDF. I'll send you a link in Discord. P.S. MoonJews are hard to kill due to lack of atmosphere to keep a gas cloud on them. That's true. That's why MoonJews will outlive us all. Honestly, it's true.
That's a pretty good pill right there. I'm not gonna lie.
It is a pretty good.
A moon pill.
Yeah. Lack of atmosphere.
Have you taken the moon pill?
Well, no. If you take the moon
lack
pill,
of atmosphere, my
like
dude.
so many. No. You let it go long enough. People are like, I'm moon pilled as fuck. Do you know that makes you Jewish? What?
Somebody said just because you're white, you don't have to spend an entire stream virtue signaling about it. I'm not white, man. I'm the blackest man on YouTube. Kiss my black ass. Anyway, so
yeah, it's a sexual deviant and a Jew with a podcast with a.
Yeah, what do you expect? Dude, I'm a filthy, degenerate, nasty motherfucker. One fuck Canuck, this is like nerd ASMR. Are you ready to receive my D20? Drax, check your Twitter. Jeff, yes, I will check it. Jables Boogly, let's discuss D&D or Warhammer. You know me on Twitter. I do, buddy. I will talk to you. Hara Isbara, Warhammer 40k is easily interfaced with Rifts. Y'all should check that game. I've got all the books on my PC.
Rifts, that was my jam back in the day.
Mine too. And seriously, fuck supremacists of any color. Yeah, Rifts is badass, dude.
That was basically the precursor to Fallout.
It was.
Except they don't have magic in Fallout.
Scarfy, it's TeknoAxe. TeknoAxe. Daps, can Dr. Layman say squirrel again? It was so kawaii.
No.
JT Yearsley, I really think this protest raised some very important issues. Mosquitoes are very dangerous and cause over 1 million deaths a year. I love you, JT. You're fucking amazing. You're the fucking best, dude. Brockas, some shekels for the Saints. Best show on Sundays. Happy anniversary, Jeff and Mems. Thank you very much, buddy. Let's all have some drinks to get swifty. And before you're all too drunk, follow me on Twitter at Pyrocutioner. I'll check you out, buddy.
I'm already following you, I think.
I thought I was too, but I might not have. I'm drunk a lot. KE5VRA. So Jeff, is that you admitting you'd fuck Cat Black if you had the opportunity to? Okay.
I know I would.
I'm gonna put it this way. Would I never fuck Cat Black? No. I mean, yes. Okay, no. I would, it would, okay. It would take about that much. And I'd probably do it. Yeah, I'd probably do it.
You are like 2/3 the way into fucking Cat Black.
I'm close. Yeah, I'm close.
2/3. Yeah, no, you're 2/3 times that.
Yeah, I mean, like, if
like, I got a drink down below the neck. Once the bottle's below the neck, I don't know what's happening that night.
Like, if I finish
Black,
if I finish this bottle and I had like half an Old English 40, I would probably fuck Cat Black. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I would probably do it. Yeah. X Tiger, only way to end racism, more interracial sex. Gone fucking damn. Yes, more interracial sex. Let's get fucking naked. Let's fucking do this shit.
Let's all get brown. Golden brown.
Let's fucking get crazy in this shit. Gonzo Duke, I would pay good money to see. Hashtag not stealing Nick interview Richard Spencer. Oh my god. Would you interview Richard Spencer if you had a chance to?
Yeah.
Would you? I wouldn't.
Yeah?
No,
Why?
fuck no. I'm not gonna give him my platform. I don't like him.
No. Yeah, but he's got a bigger platform than I've got.
I don't care, but I wouldn't give him my platform. No, fuck that dude.
But also, like, I'm not an NPR journalist. Like, when he dances around the question of what means by which do you think you can have an ethno-state, and he dances around that question. No, I'd get him to the point in which I'd ask him also, why is it when it comes to the issue of Dylan Roof and your lovely flowery essay about the tragedy that happened, why was it your central thesis towards the end of your essay was it's a pity that he made our movement look bad? I would ask him why he never joined the military.
Right.
Not serve the country that he feels he is more entitled to than people of different colors than him. I'm more than happy to interview Richard Spencer because he's demonstrated in public over and over again that he's a fucking idiot.
I would
and his
interview.
ideology is dog shit.
I would
and then he can't defend it because the best thing he can say is that it's kind of hard to understand right now. It's kind of like communism in the early 20th century.
I would interview David Duke before I would interview Richard Spencer. David Duke at least has like staying power. Richard Spencer.
Oh, he believes in what he's saying, and he's not a chicken shit.
I would press David Duke on a bunch of issues before I would ever talk to Richard Spencer, like flat the fuck out. Richard Spencer's just a passing meme. He's gonna be dead with, not him, but his meme is gonna be dead within a year. Nobody's gonna give a fuck. Dead Bear. Last but not least, Dead Bear. I'll tell you what, booty is booty, and there has never been more truth than that. Booty is fucking booty. Flat the fuck out. Booty. That is
life.
Booty. Booty is life. Booty is life, my dudes. Booty is life.
Booty is life.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Future Buddha pose. Future Buddha pose.
Future Buddha pose.
Booty is life.
Are you Buddha posing with us right now, Layman? Yes. Okay, we're Buddha posing.
Yes.
Booty is life, my dudes. We have been, ladies and gentlemen, your YouTube saints. We are the oncologists to the cancer of YouTube. We are cutting out all of the fucking nasty tendrils of tumors. We're trying to entertain. We are delighting your taints and tantalizing your trap propensities. We love you.
Allahu Akbar is what he's trying to say. Good night, everybody.
Peace be unto you.
Talil al-Sawarim, Nashid al-Rubda, Waka Porkishali, Barikol Haya, Sabe Baktahan. I don't know the text further on, but yeah. Allahu Akbar.
Hashtag MoonJews. Hashtag MoonJews. Good night, everybody. We love you so much. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next week. Good night.
Trap sounds gay. Trap sounds gay.
Traps are the best gay. Traps are the